We are tracking the tropics. Weather Authority meteorologist Brandon Orr is standing by with the latest advisory. Brandon.
Yeah, the latest advisory is that 5 a.m. one, so it came out about an hour ago. Still a tropical depression, and the cone has shifted farther away from South Florida. We saw the storm move a little bit farther to the west, just briefly, but it's been enough to keep it over land instead of out there over the warm water of the Florida Straits, which is why we're not waking up to a tropical storm this morning, which is possible if it would have stayed out here over the open water and went out over the Keys. But instead, it did that jog to the west, and it's still making that jog. So we do expect it to eventually strengthen to a tropical storm, possibly making landfall as a 60-mile-per-hour storm up in the Panhandle and places like Mobile, Alabama. But they're going to get the worst of it. Here, we still have a tropical storm warning in place for the lower Keys around Key West all the way to Big Pine Key. We're already getting some gusts of tropical storm force so far this morning down there, and the winds may pick up over 40 miles per hour in terms of gusts later on today in some of the rain bands. Here's the center of it, very broad, stretched out. You could probably argue that this thing is not even a tropical depression. It does not really have a well-defined center of circulation, but since we do expect it to strengthen eventually, they kept it at a tropical depression status. Heavy rain already getting sent back to parts of the Keys. It's been pretty steady too. Mid to upper Keys, that's where we've seen some of the lightning strikes, some embedded thunderstorms. Up in Miami-Dade and Broward, we've had some spotty downpours. It just hasn't been too steady. Here's Homestead, Cutler Bay. It's the next round of thunderstorms moving in. Some of these will be gusty, seeing some wind gusts over 35 miles per hour at times, and some of the heavier downpours, some cloud-to-ground lightning strikes with some of that too. So in Broward and Miami-Dade, some of that rain in the Keys will shift to the north, so we will get some heavy rain developing into the area. This is by 10 a.m. Sure, these are some thunderstorms moving in, some gusty ones too. Water spouts possible. A few storms could be on the strong side, but there's going to be lots of breaks in between, which means we're not going to nearly get as much rainfall as if this storm were to take its track closer to the Keys. So since it's to the south, a lot of the rain has shifted to the south too. So still some heavy downpours, just nothing too significant for us. Here's Tropical Storm Grace, developed from a depression into a storm as of the 5 a.m. advisory. So it's only been an hour that it's been a tropical storm. Moving to the west quickly, tropical storm warnings already in place for the Leeward Islands and Puerto Rico, getting hit by this one this weekend, and eventually Dominican Republic, which already dealt with Fred quite a bit. And then the track eventually takes us in the vicinity of South Florida by the Wednesday, Thursday time frame as a 45-mile-per-hour tropical storm. But I'll tell you now, we got lots of time to watch it. It's pretty far away. Things can change a little bit and probably will. So you want to stay tuned to the forecast on this one.